Welcome back to the Blue Door Pup Thunderdome for another bow with Andy Carlson, Minnesota's 87th best daily podcast, a show about everything and nothing, coming right at your ass 5 days a week. Sitting shotgun is Uncle Nick. Follow him on Twitter at Nickerson. Hey, how's it going?
Going good, Andy.
How was your weekend?
Went pretty well. Pretty busy weekend. I had a wedding on Sunday.
Did they go through with it?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll talk about the long Memorial Day weekend. Tell a friend, spread the word, iTunes, Stitcher, radio, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Producer Allie has been busy. She's got some interesting stuff coming out, and also like is on Facebook as well. So Memorial Day happened. Here's the thing. The unofficial start of the summer. And here in Minnesota, it's when all the jabronis just get out and need to take a picture of themselves on a boat.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly it, though. I mean, this is the start of, pretty much the start of guaranteed nice weather.
I'm on a boat. I know it's my friends, uncles, aunts, cousins, brothers' boat, but I'm on a boat.
That's exactly it, though. I mean, and with Minnesota weather, you know, there was snow, I think, in the beginning of May, so this is just the weekend where, you know, Minnesota summer starts, and you know, for a lot of people, this is a big reason why people love Minnesota is our summers can be humid and muggy, but a lot of times you get beautiful days like this weekend is.
And yeah, talking about the boat, talking about cabin stuff, I understand, and that's why I'm trying to build of leaving a legacy, something to leave behind, because I would love, like when I pass away from this earth in like 50 years, to have 50, hopefully 60. Have a nice like family cabin up north just to like leave, but it does bug me. I don't. Maybe this is like petty jealousy, but whatever. Of kids our age and younger that tweet or Facebook or social media all like, oh my God, lake life, here we are. And even though it's like, yeah, your grandfather bought this parcel of land and then built a cabin with his own two hands 50 years ago, and then your parents didn't do shit, but they inherited it, and then you're not going to do shit, and you inherited it, but hey, lake life. Because that is the ultimate Minnesota status symbol, right? Having the really nice cabin up north, having the awesome boat, and that's the sign for Minnesota that you've made it.
Oh, yeah, I definitely agree. There's a couple signs of the up north cabin, and I'll throw a couple of our friends under the boat here. It's fun to say. We have a couple of friends who I do not have a cabin up north. I was never really into the cabin stuff. We had timeshares up north, but that's another story for a different day.
How'd you get sucked into that?
Dad.
Free breakfast at the Holiday Inn?
Dad. I'm not going to get to it now, but generically, when I think of cabins, I think of like the old log cabin kind of, of days of yore. Mm-hmm. But 2017, there are cabins in the north that are nicer than many homes in the Twin Cities. They are like 5-star hotel style cabins in the north, and I think we have a couple of friends who have cabins in the northern Minnesota or northern Wisconsin, where like they have very fine cabins.
Wait, that's your shade? Is that, hey, your cabin is really, really nice?
Yes. It's hard to have. It's hard to own one property or one home, and we're talking. The people have like a nicer cabin than those people have nice homes.
That's it. The people who absolutely bust their ass, and that's the retirement, and I love that. That's something to aspire to. That's something that should be respected. And the kids that inherit it understand that they are $blessed. That's the right way to go about it. But yeah, don't get up there on your daddy's $15,000 pontoon and be like, I'm on third base. You guys see that triple I just hit? It was amazing.
I just feel like when you have the idea of a cabin is, I like to think that your city life, quote, city life that we live in the Twin Cities, that's our nice home. And then, you go to a cabin to kind of live more, I don't want to use the word third world.
Nick, I think we're having two separate conversations.
We might be having two separate conversations.
Someone who
That's my thing.
Someone who is going to get a cabin won't take it for granted, though. Josh Pelto, Remax Preferred. He'll probably negotiate his own price, which is I always think it's funny when real estate agents buy or sell their own house, how fast things go.
Oh, yeah.
But Josh, here's what he'll do. He'll treat every sale like it's his own. He'll get you the best possible price, whether you're buying or selling. And, eventually he's going to get a nice cabin. And then I'll come visit. And then I'll take selfies there. I'll be like, #leg life. No, probably just from my own. Twin Cities real estate market, primarily the entire statewide also as well. And he returns his phone calls. Give him a jingle. 763-213-4617. 763-213-4617. JoshBelto.com. Nick, how come you don't have a personal website?
A personal website?
Yeah. NickIsSon.com.
I don't know. I never learned how to do that stuff on my own. Eventually I would like to.
Hold on. Let's look it up. NickIsSon.com. The site cannot be reached. It's available, Nick.
So I can just... I'm assuming that's what that... all those commercials where... what's her name? Who drives
Danica
NASCAR?
Patrick?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm assuming that's what I can do.
UncleNick.com. Uncle Nick's Sub Shop.
In New Jersey.
Yeah. Or let's look at the menu at Uncle Nick's Sub Shop. Seaside Park. There we go. All right, so there's roughly 60 items on this thing, which is amazing. I always like restaurants where you order by the number. That's why I like Chinese places. That's why I like places like this, because it's like playing a game of telephone with the 14-year-old kid making minimum wage behind the cash register. So it's like, oh, you want this Samir Samasia sandwich? No, just give me the 7. Oh, give me the I don't know if this place is still open. This might be a data website, because the number 8, the Y2K special, the fried eggplant, fresh mozzarella, roasted peppers, tomatoes, salt and pepper, oregano, oil, and vinegar. That sounds really good. Because I understand that there's no meat in that sandwich, but fried eggplant is a very good substitute. Fried eggplant or fried jackfruit or grilled jackfruit.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see, over in the hot subs. Nick, what looks good to you on here?
I'm trying to remember what capicola is. Isn't that like a version of ham? Like a spicy ham or something?
It's like an Italian...
like a sausage?
It's like a salami or like a bologna, I believe.
That sounds good. I would probably do looks like the number 5 is a ham, capicola, salami. I would like to try some of that. 16 or roast beef and ham. That sounds... I would like to try this capicola thing.
Or, hell, just the good old-fashioned 41 chicken parmesan is so good. I want to know if they have any commercials. I'm going to look that up now. Nick, if you opened up a restaurant, what would it be?
In high school, me and my close knit of friends, we're going to make up a restaurant called Knickerbockers. Because I feel like that was a play on a...
Is that where Pizzagate's going to be?
Yeah.
I feel like it is. All right, so this is Uncle Nick's commercial from 2011. Stop in the gyro spot, Uncle Nick in Rockford, Illinois.
Oh, this might be different.
Everybody's headed to Uncle Nick's. Stop in and try Rockford's favorite gyro. Also specializing in delicious hamburgers, chicken sandwiches, hot wings, hot dogs, Philly cheesesteaks, Italian beef, and more. Top it off with a variety of sides and your choice of Pepsi products. Only at Uncle Nick's, the Euro place. See you next Euros. Open.
All right, so there's 2 locations in Rockford. That's cool. Open and let.
Pepsi products.
Yeah. It does bug me. I feel like there's a sweet spot. No, not sweet spot. The opposite, like a dead zone where a place has too many food items. Like a place should have 3 food items or 120. So either have like the original OG McDonald's menu or be Cheesecake Factory. There's no room for in between.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Because Uncle Nick's, we're the Euro place that also has burgers and chicken wings and everything else. I understand it's really easy to do that. All you need is freezer space and a fryer, essentially. But I don't know. Don't make things too complicated. Don't be the cheesesteak place that also serves tacos.
Also serves tacos. That did all sound good. Yeah, I find it tough for the new guy who has to work, who has to learn all the stuff. So Yeah, I can agree with you.
I think maybe it's because you're hungry and probably hungover.
I am hungry and hungover. Damn it. I just woke up.
All right, so Nick, let's recap a little bit more of the weekend. Full disclosure, recording this on a Sunday, so you lied about your wedding.
Whoa!
But Saturday we hung out. It was
did.
good times. We went to a local establishment and had a couple of beverages. And you played Buck Hunter for the first time?
I did. I played Buck Hunter for the first time. I was never big in the like the shotgun shooting animals game. Not because I'm pro animal at all. No, I love killing animals, but it was never something. To me, when I see that, they feel really redneckish. But that was actually a ton of fun. I loved that. That was pretty sweet. Not as easy as you'd think it would be, because like you shoot the elk, you shoot the whatever large game animal that you're trying to shoot, and then there are these animals around that you're not supposed to shoot, and yeah, it takes a while to get used to.
Speaking of getting used to the, there's no really good segue for that, but yeah, you did get better as it went along in our 2 games that we played. Because you were really bad at start. Like you know, it's like I got to pump this shotgun on every shot.
Yeah. That's how newbie I am for playing that.
Newbie and nubile. All right, so I put out some fire on Twitter at the end of the week. I like being not provocative or what's it called, being contrarian just for the sake of it. But I like pointing out BS, and I like pointing out groupthink. And I do it in sports. I do it in food, and I did in food at the end of this week. Of quote tweet this tweet with a food take that the mainstream media, or just mainstream in general, is wrong about. And I started with sweet potato fries suck. Which is ironic because we dined on sweet potato fries over the weekend.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of them. I can go without. I like a classic French fry.
Oh, here's my main beef with them is that most places don't make them well, and whether they're coming out of I've been getting that same telemarketer call from Orlando.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. So whether it's they make their own sweet potato fries, that's better. But if it comes out of a bag, or if you buy the bag from the store and then you bake them, they never get crispy. Like they never crisp up the way that. Because I like French fries, and just like you, and I'm a traditionalist. I'm much more not so much fast food French fries, but like old school, like Parisian. Oh, we have steak frites. So where you have the nice crispy potato, soft and velvety on the inside, etc. But with sweet potato fries, it's always mushy. And if you do get it too crispy enough, you burn them. You burn them in the fryer, you burn them in the oven, and like there's never a good sweet spot because I think there's too much starch in the sweet potato for it to actually get truly crispy.
Oh, wow. Okay. I can see a lot because I don't think I've been to a restaurant, and I have, when I go out to dinner with friends, I'll have, there'll be someone who wants to order sweet potato fries as like an appetizer,
because that's the new thing, because I think that is healthier, but no, it's still starch and carbs.
And I've never seen French fries in general, but sweet potato fries, I've never seen them cooked the same way and always different. Some have like a sweet dipping sauce they try to add with it. I don't buy the hype of it.
I feel like most of these hype things come from there's a surplus of product available, or a lot of farmers are starting to grow crop XYZ, making an ample supply at a cheap price. Then all of a sudden, you just get some marketing, you get some hype behind it, like how in the 50s and 60s, orange juice came about. Like, oh, we have a ton of oranges. Yeah, I drink oranges every day. You need vitamin C, so to get the rickets, glass orange juice, make part of a complete breakfast, do your body good. Yeah. Totally not because we have a ton of oranges that we have to move at a cheap price.
What was that voice you used?
I don't know.
That's fine.
Next up is the first one is from Floor's Family 202. Steak cast iron skillets isn't bad. And this is a really good take because I actually prefer steak done up in a cast iron skillet as opposed to on a grill or in a broiler, because what you do is You do this especially if you're going like Cajun style on a steak, and you season it up nice and hot. No, you get your pan nice and hot. You season up your steak, and then you get that sear on it. You get that nice crusty sear on it, and then you flip it over, you put it in the oven, and then you get it to the temp that you want. It's completely foolproof, right? And I think it's a really good take. Next up is from Jake Hansen. Anything avocado-based sucks. Now, I really like avocados. I love guacamole, but the avocado porn, it's kind of gone pretty hard, and I think it definitely coincides with avocados falling in price.
Okay, yeah, no, I completely agree. I think you're seeing it way too much now.
Because remember when the avocado was like $2.50 a piece?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like when you're in the produce aisle, it's that small little section. It's over by the garlic and the shallots and stuff that the normal people don't buy. And it was like,
normal people.
Haas avocado, $3. All right. But now they have a very prominent location right up in front, probably next to the Roma tomatoes or guacamole kits. And there's a big old pile of them, and they're 89 cents a piece. So either the supply has increased or maybe some trade laws have been lax between the United States and Mexico, because that's where most of the avocados come from. Good luck with it. Yeah, I feel like the avocado mania will go away once Trump does this thing, and then avocados are back to being $4 a piece.
I feel like when I see avocado, like a lot of burger places, like putting avocado, that's like it's becoming like the new like cheese for a cheeseburger. It's you see it everywhere now.
Well, they're delicious. They're a healthy fat, which people are becoming more cognizant of, and they're just good, and they're cheap now, which is also very good.
What can you think of something avocado would not go good with? Because I feel like I see it with burgers. Yeah. I think I've seen it on chicken sandwiches as well.
Basically, any sandwich, anything grilled, goes amazing with. Just as a side, it's really good if you do up guacamole. Like me and Tim Tebow are the only ones to just eat guacamole straight. And see what else here. You can actually use it in baking, like in place of butter or oil. Of course, I've done that a couple times. It's really, really good. Next up is from Tom Minsky, sriracha and avocados. So I got the avocados a couple of times. Sriracha definitely, because sriracha is a fantastic condiment, except when white hipsters got it, they bastardized it. It's like, we need to put sriracha on everything.
There was a point, I think, where the sriracha prices were going up because there was I think there was a company that, like the major producer in America, I think was having some health code violations and whatnot. So, people love it. I remember my ex-roommate, Sam, loves sriracha.
No, sriracha is really good. It's very tasty. It's got some viscosity to it, and it's got some subtle heat to it because of the chilies, and I love it. I greatly enjoy it. Here's Andrew Zimmer talking about sriracha.
David, great point. Love the interview. Thanks for the kind words. And nobody loves your food the way that I do. But I got to beg to disagree. We're going to have to agree to disagree. This, the Southern California version of sriracha, I just don't think it's that great. It's not worthy of all the obsessive attention it gets. I like this stuff. That Thai sriracha, it's over there with the yellow bottle. That's the one that I love. Now, that's made with Thai chilies, right? The one on the right, the American one, is made with jalapenos grown in Southern California and Mexico, and it just doesn't have the depth of flavor. And that's really what I'm talking
wait, hold on. Andrew Zimmern, obviously one of us, love him to death. He's great. But the food, he's coming off as a bit of a food snob here. So the food snob is shouting down the food hipsters, which is amazing. You know what's better than sriracha? Real sriracha from Thai chili peppers rolled on the thighs of Thai virgins and blessed by their Virgin of Guadalupe, and then sent over here in a steamer ship. That's the real sriracha. Right? And he has the clout to say that because he travels everywhere and tries everything.
Yeah. Which
is amazing. Man, come full circle. Also, no one mentioned this, but quinoa. So quinoa, it's very nutrient dense, high in protein. It's better for you than rice, except rice is still way more delicious. But what happened is, like you talked about, the demand skyrocketed. There was only so much supply, and the Peruvian, the Incan descendant families, the people in Peru who lived off of this, like this is their staple grain. This is how they got their bulk of their protein. All of a sudden, Americans were just buying up all of their supply, and then the price skyrocketed because demand went up, and they couldn't afford what they've always eaten. It's so sad. We're terrible people. Just because, like, some health nut chick on YouTube or HGTV was like, quinoa. So cool.
Eventually, we can make quinoa in the States, can't we? Or does it has to be in the... you have to assume eventually all these things, all these fads that we love, especially going back to the avocado, America should be producing this.
Yeah.
We should be making this instead of taking it from other...
Well, we need the right weather because...
Of course, which is America's so... with weather.
Yeah, you can't really have the former steel workers that are out of work in West Virginia be like, all right, we're making avocados now.
That would be sweet.
See, quinoa craze inspires North America to start growing its own, so it does look like we're starting to grow it here. And I've noticed that the price of quinoa has gone down because initially it was like $8 for a pound at Trader Joe's. And it's just like, this ain't worth it. But now you can get it at Hy-Vee, some like off-brand for like $3.99 a pound.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how we roll. Next up is Andrew Mitten, pink wafer sandwich. That's all he put. I'm assuming he's saying that pink wafer sandwiches suck. You know, like those wafer cookies that you get in like the multicolored things. Yeah, the pink chocolate, the yellow.
The vanilla. Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
What?
What old people consider cookies?
Those wafers are awesome.
Yeah, they're awesome.
If you go to a good Asian grocery store, they sell a ton of them, different brands. Like that's a big thing, and I'm sure they're not maybe as delicious as like a nice warm chocolate chip cookie, but they're definitely nothing to complain about.
So sorry, Andrew, we disagree there. From at CJ Furno, sugar isn't evil. So I'm guessing CJ is from a family of corn growers. Yeah. Just like,
Wow. You don't care what the kids eat, huh?
Excuse me?
That has high fructose corn syrup in it.
And?
You know what they say about it?
Like what?
It's...
That it's made from corn, it's natural, and like sugar, it's fine in moderation?
yeah, I like how the
Love that top.
I like how the white lady in the short butch haircut is mansplaining to the African American mom who obviously loves her kids. Don't you know that high fructose corn syrup is terrible? Don't you know? Let's watch another one. These commercials piss me off.
There's an SNL one that makes fun of it, I think, where the woman calls it back.
I thought you loved me.
I do. Take 2 bites.
It's got high fructose corn syrup in it.
Wait, hold on. First off, she is way too hot for him, as they are in most commercials. And she's offering him a popsicle, and he's like, "I thought you loved me, jerk." Take 2 bites of the popsicle, then.
Who takes bites of popsicles?
Who brings a popsicle to a picnic? Like, how do you transport it?
Do you see a cooler there? I don't know if I saw a cooler.
So?
Well, you know what they say about it.
What?
That
this guy is the kind of guy who inherits a cabin and a badass, like 50-foot boat from his parents. Is like, look what I earned. Yeah, this guy, this dick. She's only with him for his inheritance. She's waiting for when grandfather died, life will be. All right, we're looking at next.
That it's made from corn, has the same calories as sugar or honey, and it's fine in moderation.
You only wrote one.
There's a cooler in the back.
Get the facts. You're in for a sweet surprise.
I think it says a lot where to a point, people need to be more educated on foods in general. But yeah, obviously, sponsored by the corn people to have these type of conversations.
There is like a big sugar cartel. It's like, how come the daily percentages for fat, protein, carbohydrates are on nutrition labels, except sugar isn't? It's just grams.
Yeah, I think John Oliver did a thing about sugar, and yeah, it's mind blowing that, like, I think sugar. They say sugar was trying to hide all its health issues.
My grandfather, and he took ill very recently. And... Fuck you too.
I love Stephen Lynch.
Who claps?
I miss Stephen Lynch. We should bring him back.
Thank you for applauding my grandfather's terminal illness. When grandfather dies, life will be strange. When grandfather dies, my whole world will change. When grandfather dies, I'll scream and I'll yell, 'cause I'll be fucking rich as hell. So grandfather die! Don't keep me in suspense. So grandfather cough up that inheritance. So grandfather don't hold on another day. I love you to death, but I got bills to pay.
It's always my favorite one. Next up, a couple more, then we'll get to the break. At Paul Mo Bucket, pancakes are only acceptable breakfast food if you hate yourself, and even then, ... I kind of see his point here.
Whoa, interesting. If you
because
hate yourself.
The long-standing that muffins are just cake that you want to eat for breakfast, understandable. I apply that to pancakes as well.
Interesting.
Because all it is flour, butter, and eggs and sugar. And oil. Or butter, yeah.
I need to think more a little bit
and then
that.
you top it off with pure sugar, which, hey.
Maple syrup.
I kind of phased out of pancakes because I used to love the shit out of pancakes as a kid, but I kind of skewed more now towards the higher protein breakfast when I do eat breakfast, when I'm not intermittent fasting anyways. But, yeah, because I remember in college when we were hungover as hell, we'd go to Perkins, get a bunch of pancakes, and then they bring out the syrup carousel with the mighty triumvirate of syrups, the maple syrup, which always goes first, the blueberry / blackberry, which I always loved, and then the orange one that no one used.
Yeah. Yep. Nope, that's exactly how it is. Yep.
No, it's almost like I feel like if I was the manager of a Perkins, I would just replace the orange ones with a prop. Like kids' toys where it's just plastic, and no one would notice for a week.
Like, just fill it with mustard and see what people say.
From at KC Noel, cheese does not belong on or in burgers. I have beef with this.
Cheese? She must be lactose intolerant or something.
Maybe. Casey's farting all over the place. Yeah. From at Mark D. Lentz, fried cheese curds are an abomination. Whoa. Mark must be on the waiting list to get into the state fair.
Yeah.
He's that guy. Rado Rubin, avocados are amazing, and then he put the Trump wrong gif, so another one for avocados. Superfan Alex Goebel, I found Andy's worst take ever. I think this is a fantastic take. Sweet potato fries do suck. Yeah, they are bad. And late entry from the man at the Reed Linwood. Bacon doesn't make everything better. It is best eaten as is as a side. I'm sort of on this train because the pornification of bacon the past decade, it's gone a little bit too far. Because it goes back to my wire theory. Bacon can be both very, very good, excellent, the best, and massively overrated.
Wow.
Oh, and I should call it the bacon wire theory. I'm adding to it now.
The bacon wire theory. That's that's interesting. Yes. I fully agree that bacon by itself is fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like bacon is too much a staple of our society, where like you always a bacon cheeseburger just.
Well, yeah.
It sounds.
The whole. We have bacon jam that we put on our bacon donut and our bacon latte. Enjoy your bacon pancakes. And no, we don't. Can I get a side of bacon? No, because we used it all on the bacon syrup that you'll actually use more than the orange syrup.
The bacon syrup.
Yeah.
Okay. I can side with you on
Try my bacon beer. I brewed it at home with my leftover bacon.
And more people will die.
I need to know who this voice is. I feel like I'm in the movie Switch.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Then Bruce Willis shows up. Spoiler. It doesn't really matter. So, Nick, give us like your one mainstream food take.
Mainstream food.
Anti-mainstream, I guess.
I've been looking some stuff up while you were talking. That's why I don't really listen to you about it. But
no, I get that a lot.
I might
Luke and Reef.
I think this might be a hot take, but when it comes to drunken fast food runs, I don't care for Taco Bell. A lot of people use Taco Bell as their big go-to, like, oh man, let's go Taco Bell at 2 a.m. Well, I could care less.
I will say the Taco Bell tacos are massively overrated. But if you get like a quesadilla or some sort of heated tortilla with melted cheese and meat, so pretty much the rest of the menu, I'm all on board with that.
I don't know. As I said, I like Taco Bell. I just I never crave it when I'm drinking.
Like they should serve Taco Bell breakfast. Like they should do their normal like 5 to 10 or 5 to 11 hours, and then reopen it up from like 9 to close.
Interesting.
Yeah, that I gotta get on Taco Bell's marketing board.
Well, they got to follow the McDonald's route where they just have breakfast all day.
Only certain items.
No, they spread it to everything now.
Wait, so they have biscuits around the clock? That doesn't even make any sense. That's not even going to be good.
I like biscuits.
Well, the thing with biscuits is that it has to be fresh baked. That's why Hardee's had a toehold in the breakfast game for a while because remember they did commercials like, "This is Barb baking the biscuits for your Western omelet biscuit sandwich every morning at Hardee's."
They probably refrigerated or something.
Barb died.
She's gone now.
R.I.P. Barb. Excuse me, coroner, autopsy guy. What was the cause of death? Too much biscuit dust in the lungs. She got the white lung.
The white lung.
Speaking of which, we'll be back. Second half of the show is coming up. Boo with Andy Carlson on a Tuesday/Monday.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more Purple for the Win podcast with Andy Carlson. Come to you all off-season long, covering free agency, the draft, OTAs, and then we're on to training camp. Get the show on 1500 ESPN, Podcast One, and the Podcast One app.
And come back into the Blue Door Pub Thunderdome. And, the Blue Door does not agree with Casey's take about cheese does not belong in burgers now. And also, they're probably very anti the pancake take earlier. Yeah, because Brunchapalooza, them and their sister place, High-Low Diner, is coming up this Saturday, June 3rd, Upper Park Landing in beautiful, beautiful St. Paul. The original city in Minnesota, Minneapolis, is a very nice suburb, but I digress there. They got bands, they got brunch featuring the Blue Seas, stuff with cheese, high tops, tachos, flapjacks, which are pancakes, and also you get 6 drink tickets that you can spend on local craft beer. They got some really fun and cool collaborations, brunch-centric just for this event. There's probably a bacon beer here. I mean, there's got to be, right? Mimosas, Bloody Marys, everything. Tickets are $69 right now. Nice. And I know what you're saying. $69, yeah, that's a nice chunk of change. But if you think about it, you get to eat all day, drink all day. You got bands, a day's worth of entertainment. Not so bad. Book it up now, thebdp.com. June 3rd, this Saturday, rain or shine, Upper Park Landing, right off the mighty Mississippi River. So, Nick, I've been thinking about the Perkins. And, because we talked about this last night. Like, just as a side, because we were having burgers with, and with, tomatoes on the side. And Nick's running thing was, at Perkins, when we would go in college, with a group of our friends, and it'd be like, chicken tender belt, no tomato. And like, that was almost like one of the first memes. Actually, that was the first meme of a photo of Nick, chicken tender belt, no tomato. And then I just offhandedly asked Nick, when was the last time you had chicken tender belt? And then Nick thought about it, was like, yesterday.
That was timed perfectly. Cause,
that was very unexpected.
If Andy really knew me, he'd know that should be perfectly accepted. Since I eat out all the time, until I get my new place next month. Knock on wood, everything goes through. We'll talk about that later. I love Perkins, and I was at a point because last Friday, the last day before this Memorial weekend, I had nothing. I had no plans, and I went and saw a movie, Pirates of the Caribbean, and the movie ended at 9, and I didn't have dinner, and a few blocks away was a Perkins, so I stopped at Perkins and got a chicken tender melt, which they don't even offer tomato. Back when we went to college, there's always a chicken tender melt that had tomato on it, and I think so many people asked for no tomato on it. They were just like, you know what? Because they re-imaged the chicken tender melt. It's now called the chicken strip melt.
Because at its core, you basically take fried chicken tenders, you melt some cheese on it, you put it in between two really thick pieces of butter bread, you toast the shit out of it. That's it.
Bacon. And bacon.
Oh, and bacon. Yeah, because why not? Just add bacon onto everything.
Fantastic food. And as a side note, because I am eating a little bit healthier, I have tomatoes on the side.
That's good. Tomatoes are good for the prostate, Nick.
Yeah, because my prostate's all swollen and shit.
Yeah. All right, let's do some news.
You are fake news. Sir, go ahead.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Ain't got time to believe.
You can't handle the truth.
The news with Uncle Nick.
Wait, hold on. I got the Kanye George Bush doesn't care about black people line always gets me because of Mike Myers. Mike Myers' reaction, because this was...
with the breach of 3 levees protecting New Orleans...
So this is right after Katrina, and I think it was MTV. They're doing up a big fundraiser, and Mike Myers and Kanye are on the scene because why not? Because I feel like Kanye was up and coming, like maybe College Dropout album had come out, and then Mike Myers was, of course, at the height of his powers, middle of Shrek, end of Shrek, whatever.
The landscape of the city has changed dramatically, tragically, and perhaps irreversibly. There's now over 25 feet of water where there was once city streets and thriving neighborhoods.
I hate the way they portray us in the media.
Oh, and then Brian Williams shows up. Is like, I was at the French Quarter and I saw dead bodies floating on by. Shut up, Brian Williams.
Yeah. If you see a black family, it says they're looting. If you see a white family, it says they're looking for food. And it's been 5 days because most of the people are black. And even for me to complain about, I would be a hypocrite because I'm trying to turn away from the...
Oh, yeah. I go for mine.
TV
I got
because
to
it's
shine.
too hard to watch. I've even been shopping before even giving a donation. So now I'm calling my business manager right now to see what is the biggest amount I can give, and just to imagine if I was
So even in a time of tragedy, Kanye is still humble bragging. This is what I love about Kanye.
It looks like they were reading off a script, but I think he's obviously going off script.
I mean, just watching Mike Myers' face.
Down there, and those are my people down there. So anybody out there that wants to do anything that we can help with the setup, the way America is set up to help.
I feel like he shouldn't be there.
The poor, the black people, the less well off, as slow as possible.
It's weird. Canada's version of New Orleans is Toronto.
Ooh, I never thought about that.
Yeah. And we're Mexico to them.
We are Mexico.
I mean, Red Cross is doing everything they can. We already realize a lot of the people that could help are at war right now, fighting another way, and they've given them permission to go down and shoot us.
And subtle, but in even many ways more profoundly devastating, is the lasting damage to the survivors' will to rebuild and remain in the area. The destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Please call...
Hold on. Let's watch that again.
Area. The destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Well, watch Mike Myers. Like he's gonna interject in Will actually, but then he decides against it.
Please call.
And then they cut to Chris Tucker. Back when Chris Tucker was the thing, and then he's like, "Oh,
do you understand
in the past few days, America and people has been stepping up."
Oh, sorry, it was NBC. So it's even better that was on network. All right, Nick, what's going on in the news?
I don't know anymore. That's mind blowing. We talked, I believe, last week talked about the end of SNL for season 42. Vanessa Byers and Bobby Moynihan were leaving the show. A lot of the actors kind of, if they're leaving on good terms, they announce this news ahead of time, usually to start a new production, new shows. Spread their wings.
Wait, so leaving on good terms, unlike that one guy from Iowa. What was his name?
I don't remember which one. Taron.
No.
Yeah, that guy.
No, like Taron Killam left on good terms, but yeah, we'll get.
He was shocked with it, I think. I don't remember the Iowa.
Too soon, Coco. Oh, sorry.
Kind of a shocker that came after the final episode aired a week or two ago. Shazir Zamata.
Zamata Pecco? Play for the Bengals?
Also left the show after being on for, 3 years.
Now, her hiring was really big because that's when SNL was getting flack for how come you don't have any African-American women. And then initially when Shamir came on, I feel like a lot of people thought it was like, oh, this is a token hire and blah, blah, blah. But like, no, she kicked ass. She rules.
No, I thought she was great. She played a number of great actresses well. African American roles, excellent, and she was part of she could be part of the humor, part of the joke, but she also played a good actress who was kind of like the normal person who like was surrounded by the craziness, and she had the best reaction to like when something like humorous was going around her, like she was like say what look. It was great, and as far as I know right now, there's no sources of why she was let go, if it was on her terms or theirs. Just kind of heartbreaking. It's kind of sudden.
I think this is her first sketch because I think the initial, not even backlash, a frontlash against SNL for not having an African American actress in the cast was because of Donald Sterling, and I'm pretty sure this is her first sketch.
In my personal life, I have parted ways with my half-black mistress, Miss Stiviano, and I am proud to announce that I have upped my limit a little bit, and now I have a mistress that's 3/4 black. Kayla, come in here, darling. Come on, look at this one, huh? All right.
Listen, I know y'all are like, she don't have no dignity. You know what I do have? A new Lexus ICS convertible. Oh, what's that? Y'all don't have one? I know you don't. You think I care what y'all think of me? I have sex with this. I don't give one damn. Feels like a leather tent just collapsed on me. But I'm paid. Later, haters.
Oh man, I love Bobby Moynihan as Donald Sterling. That's amazing. All right, and then also, we don't really know the Iowa's guy's name, but yeah, he left the cast suddenly. But this is one of my favorite sketches of all time.
But my friends and family always make me go outside to do it. So that's why I now use e-meth. It's crystal meth, but electronic. So it produces vapor instead of smoke. And that means I can ride the ice pony anywhere I want.
Smoking is a social thing for me.
Yeah, that guy.
Without my meth pipe, I don't know what to do with my hands. But now I do know what to do with them. Smoke meth.
He might be a writer.
It's good.
He might have gone back to writing.
Thanks to E-meth, now I don't even need to leave the bar to get my sweet shabu shabu. Mama can smoke that chunky white crunch anywhere. At the office, at the grocery store, in a bathtub in the middle of the road. Or face down in a big old tire.
E-meth is healthier because it doesn't contain antifreeze. But it still has that great meth taste.
E-meth lets me get totally gacked up on whoop chicken without yellowing my teeth. See? Perfectly white. What? Hello? This is he.
Thanks to E-meth, I can now even smoke inside my favorite restaurant.
Excuse me, sir. You can't smoke meth in here.
It's okay. It's electronic.
I don't care. You in my living room, and you naked.
E-meth is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor if you experience body rot, face melt, painful death, or fatigue.
E-meth. You know it's good because it's blue, bitch.
Holy Jesse Pinkman cameo. Yeah. All right, what's next?
All right.
Shamir's a minute. She will be missed.
Yeah, and as I said, a lot of SNL people, I mean, they can go off and do great things, and I think...
Like who? Mike Myers? Will Ferrell? Chris Kattan?
2 out of those 3.
2 out of 3.
All right, next up, this may sound like a made-up story, but I've done enough researches to make sure this is legit. World's first operational RoboCop hits the streets in Dubai. Only in Dubai would you ever see a title like this.
Only place I can afford it.
Everyone remembers in the 80s the movie RoboCop, the human cyborg police officer.
Yeah, because the guy got shot to death by Red Foreman.
I actually haven't watched that movie all the way through. I've only seen like bits and pieces. But unlike that story, this one, it's fully automated robots. Yes, they're trying to make giant robots, and they hope to have a police force in the next 20 years. It looks like they're listing on this website by 2030. This seems kind of scary. I don't know. Right now, see the models here are 5 foot 5 inches tall. They weigh 100 kilograms. Stupid, not English.
2.2 pounds.
Can speak 6 languages.
6
languages and designed to read facial expressions. We're still really early in the whole cyborg, computer, AI kind of stuff. I don't know. This seems way too... I don't want to use the words too good to be true because I question if this is actually a thing that should happen, but...
RoboCops may not be completely science fiction anymore. The Dubai Police Department has inducted its first operational robotic police officer on May 21st. It's 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighs 100 kilograms, and can speak 6 languages. But this RoboCop isn't going around arresting criminals yet. People can use its touchscreen interface, though, to report crimes, pay traffic violations, and submit paperwork. It can also read faces, meaning Dubai police can use RoboCop to identify suspected criminals. Its facial recognition software can also be used to identify people's facial expressions.
Why do they have to look like Casey Jones wearing the hockey mask?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It looks really...
Also, how come the cops gotta be white? Huh, Dubai? Also, like how Dubai is so rich and they love Western culture that they're in a mall. They're in like a shopping mall.
So if someone looks sad or scared when they approach RoboCop, it will respond accordingly to calm that person down.
Yeah, just shoot them right in the face. Now you are calm.
Oh my gosh, no.
Why, you got to be some kind of great cop. Come in here all by yourself.
No time for backup.
Where's your partner? Where's your partner?
Well, guys, the other one was upstairs. She was sweet. I took her out.
I bet that really pisses you off. You probably don't think I'm a very nice guy.
Red Foreman Young. Look at that hairline.
Buddy, I think you're slime.
See, I got this problem. Cops don't like me.
Well, yeah.
So I don't like cops.
Shot the hand off.
He's not screaming loud enough.
Well, this is marketed as a kids' movie in the 80s. This is my favorite part. It's like they marketed hard R movies to kids.
Yeah.
He's all yours.
So he shot his hand off, and then they're like, whatever. I didn't even scream. It's more shock.
Yeah.
Now he's up.
All right, look out. Turn around, man. Hey, pretty boy. Hey, over here.
Don't turn around.
There goes the arm. Couple in the best. Well, They just keep shooting him in the vest.
Yeah.
Which is dumb.
Hey, Clarence, you're still alive.
Doesn't hurt.
You gotta be on a ton of cocaine to like survive this, like fucking like Tony Montana.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Brooks Wheelan from SNL was the guy who was the meth from Cedar Rapids.
All right, Nick, let's do one more. Let's do Dancing with the Stars.
All right, Dancing with the Stars. All right, Dancing. It is the end of May, so a lot of our shows are ending right now. Dancing with the Stars, The Voice are all kind of coming to an end. We talked about Dancing with the Stars in the beginning of the year, where you thought, the gymnast was going to...
Yeah, what the shit?
Yeah, huge upset though, and I'm sorry I haven't been following the show.
No, like producer Allie is jonesing right now because she loves the show, and also she has a thing for the winner.
I'm sorry, Allie, I have not watched this show all year ever, and
the host doesn't watch a show. America. Actually, this does really good ratings.
He would turn to alcohol.
Based on the relationship.
It's a good thing that Rashad Jennings is dancing because he sure can't run the ball.
You want to do this for his day.
Rashad and Emma's contemporary. To every first dance song.
Too close. Oh, did I almost see?
Oh man, look at him move.
Really on the
Man, with moves like this, you'd think Rashad Jennings would have better than 3.2 yards per carry.
I'll take your bad days with your good. Walk through the storm, I would. I do it all.
What do you think about dancing? Like, do you wish you had that as a skill?
No.
Oh.
No, I mean, I like to drunk dance. I love going to wedding. I love wedding dances. I don't mind that. I find it hard to critique and judge something like what they do on this show. Where judges are like, you seem stiff, or you seem, too loose, or the critiques are too mind blowing. When I think everyone has a unique style that for their preference. It's like why I don't like singing competitions either.
Oh.
Oh, that's nice. They're hugging.
Because you can't sing.
Rashad and Emma.
Wait, you can sing.
I can sing. But I'm just saying there are some people who don't like certain type of singers, I mean, like when you watch The Voice or American Idol, the singing, you have hard rock, you have country, you have so many varieties. And some, it doesn't, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, we're happy for him.
Okay. Yep. So Rashad Jennings is the winner, former NFL star who beat out favorite Fifth Harmony's Normani Corday.
No.
And
was that chick?
Yeah, it was a chick.
No.
And then retired MLB player David Ross.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. So. Because I remember we talked about it in the beginning of the year, and we thought, and I was hands down believing the gymnast was going to, I think it was a gymnast.
Simone Biles.
Yeah, and she might have gone out super early, but I mean, it's a voting competition, popularity. I'm assuming there's a lot of NFL fans who maybe jumped on the bandwagon of Dancing with the Stars this year.
Nick, well, because Jerry Rice has won before. I think Calvin Johnson did well. Emmitt Smith might have won. Oh, I think Donald Driver won. So NFL players have done well. I don't think there's necessarily a crossover in between Dancing with the Stars fans and hardcore NFL fans. I think what it is generally receivers and skill position guys. Good feet, can move, and they're going to be attractive out there. They're still going to be in good shape for the most part. A lot of the guys just retired, and that's going to appeal to the female demographic on Dancing with the Stars. So you got a tall, dark, and handsome, good-looking dude who can move, who can dance. Yeah, it's easy to see why they're popular.
But Mr. T was eliminated third. I don't know what are you talking about. Okay, yeah. So I have the list up here now. For listed of being eliminated, Chris Kattan went first. Charo, Mr. T, something called Erica Jane, a reality TV star. But this middle ground here, you have like Heather Morris, who was on Glee, a dancer. Nancy Kerrigan was eliminated, figure skater. She should have been up there. Simone Biles, obviously. I don't know. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this, but hey, if it made people happy. But I mean, the reports here is like everyone was shocked, and that just sounds so weird. Like everyone's like we were shocked. Like I don't know. He obviously made it far, so there should have been signs that hey, he's good.
Yeah. See, producer Allie, he sucked, and that's the news.
The news with Uncle Nick.
From the entire Channel 4 news team, I'm Veronica Corningstone.
And I'm Ron Burgundy. Go yourself, San Diego.
Something that doesn't suck for waking up in the morning of a Sunday fun day, as we're about to embark on Bad Larry's Cold Hard Coffee. It's 6% ABV, made delicious cold brewed coffee, and for something that's, if you're chasing the hair of the dog, you can go the bloody route, you can go the mimosas route, but this, where you got some caffeine and it tastes good and you get a little going on, yeah. Bad Larry's, as seen in Time Magazine, Cosmo, and Esquire. Drink badlarry.com. Available at Total Wine all across Twin Cities and many other fine liquor stores as well. Nick, I went into Total Wine for the first time this week, and that place is amazing.
Oh, it's great. It's like a giant Costco of alcoholic beverages.
Although I did have an interesting interaction with an employee. Well, I'm not going to throw the store under the bus, so I won't say which Total Wine. It was a Total Wine. I was looking around for Bad Larry's. I had to get my fix on, getting my Jones on with this wonderful product. And I walked around and sort of aimlessly for a while. I was like, well, maybe it's in like the craft beer cooler. Maybe it's in the local section. Maybe it's da-da-da, because it's brewed right here in the beautiful St. Paul, Minnesota, which is the best suburb in the state. And then the employee stopped me. It was like, excuse me, hey, sir, can I help you find something? I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for Bad Larry's Hard Coffee. And then he looked at me like I just murdered his child, like on his front lawn. It's like, I've never heard of that. And then he got on the radio. I was like, hey, this guy here is looking for something called Bad Larry's Hard Coffee. And then I hear on the radio, it's like, oh, yeah, it's in the cooler. And he's like, oh, it's in the cooler. But that reaction was just weird. It's like, it started out very friendly and cordial. I'm like, all right, this is good customer service. And all of a sudden it's like, how dare you come into my home and insult a Studebaker woman? Because I make the finest drapes in Savannah. Yeah. Also, how could he have not heard of Bad Larry's Hard Coffee? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. That's a good question.
But we're out of here. We got, speaking of coffee, we got Josh the Roaster coming in on tomorrow's episode. He roasts coffee beans for a living. And I'm very interested in that because I know I'm interested in a lot of things. Yeah. Even though I'm my favorite coffee is Costco brand coffee. Don't at me. The show's available on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and check out our YouTube channel as well. If you enjoy us, tell a friend, spread the word, add to the Jerome Homie Army. Thanks to producer Allie Sorensen for having really bad taste in dancers on Dancing with the Stars and make us not sound so stupid today. But for Nick, I'm Andy Carlson saying, and Young, sayonara, and bye-bye. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Josh the Roaster.
Thanks for listening to Bull with Andy Carlson, Minnesota's 87th best daily podcast. Download the show on iTunes. Everyone's middle name is Jerome.